updates on the deliberative session, COVID-19, the Exeter Public Library renovation, and more. On this, the Exeter Biweekly Report, I'm Hillary Donnell, and let's begin. The deliberative session will begin tomorrow at 9 a.m. at Exeter High School. The previously planned virtual session was deemed not practical or legal, and the Select Board and Town Moderator Paul Scavidi decided to continue with the in-person event. Here is Paul with more at the Exeter Public High School.
This is just a little intro to what's going to happen this coming Saturday at the deliberative session here at the high school. When you first come into the drive, you'll be coming up and you'll see this sign right here about vaccines. And if you're coming for the vaccine, you want to keep going to the right and go around the back side of the building. If you're coming for the deliberative session, when you get here, there'll be a guard to let you know where to park. If you're going into the auditorium with the mask on, you'll park to the right-hand side. If you're going to the outside, you want to stay in your car. You can still do that and still participate in Saturday's session. There will be a set of speakers and microphones set up. When you come in, you will go to the left side, about halfway down. You will have to park your car. There'll be barricades on the right side of the barricades. From there, you will have to get out of your car, wear a mask, go in the front door of the high school and register with the supervisor of the checklist. If you're coming to the deliberative session and you are not going to wear a mask, you will have to go into the front entrance, take a left, go to the other side of the barricades where you'll be parking. If you want to stay in your car, you can do that. You have to go around the left side of the building to the non-entrance area where you'll be allowed to go inside and register your name and to be able to vote. And then you can come out of the building, go back to your car and sit in the car if you want to, or you can stay inside, and we have a small gym, the small gym set up so you'll be able to view and speak and be part of the deliberation. Here in the auditorium, when we have the deliberative session on Saturday morning, there'll be 4 microphones set up, one back in the middle row to the left, one to the middle row on the right, and 2 up front, right and left. The board and myself and others will be up on the stage, and we'll be going through the process of letting everybody speak as best we can, but also there will be people outside that will have the opportunity to speak, so there may be some delay while we get notification of somebody that's going to say something to one of the warrant articles, and as you know, there's going to be 19 warrant articles. So there may be some delay that way, but I want to make sure that everybody that wants to be heard can be heard. There will also be a microphone and video set up in the small gym down the hallway for those who are not wearing a mask who want to participate. They'll be able to do that from that area as well. They won't be allowed here in the auditorium or down the main hallway or in the foyer. They have their own separate entrance and exit. So there will be some delay, but we're going to keep it moving as fast as we can with the board, myself, town council, and others up on the stage, and the rest of us all sitting here in the auditorium. And there'll be blue X on each chair that can be used for social distancing. You're allowed to sit with a person from your own home. You're allowed to sit side by side, but other than that, you'll see an X on the chair, and that's where we want you to sit for social distancing. Roughly about 170 people will be allowed here in the auditorium. Is that correct, Tim? Yeah, about 170, 75 people that'll keep us in social distancing. And if you want to be outside in your car, you can do it from there. If you want to be outside in your car non-masked, you can do it from there. But realize when you come to go to the session, and if you do want to stay outside, you still have to come in the building to go to the supervisor of the checklist to be checked off and given a tag so you can vote. And if you're coming as a non-masked resident, there'll be a separate door with a separate supervisor of the checklist to check you in there to do the exact same thing. One of the items that we also want to make sure that everybody stays in least amount of contact as possible. If you're writing for an amendment or you're asking for an amendment to one of the warrant articles, it has to be put in writing. To be put in writing and given to the town clerk so it can be recorded. We are going to be having Ziploc bags so no one will touch the amendment itself. It'll be written down, put into the bag, it'll be given to the town clerk, and we'll record it. Because of the time factor on all of this, we also want to make sure that everybody has a chance to speak. You will not be allowed to speak a second time until everybody else that wants to speak has spoken to whatever the question is at that point. And realize when it starts becoming repetitious, I will start to move things along. We don't need to hear it again and again and again, and just be mindful of others that will want to speak as well.
After the deliberative session, we'll be working hard to give you updates on the warrant articles as well as the upcoming election on March 9th. Vaccinations are underway all across the country, and we tagged along with the Exeter Fire Department to see the vaccination site here in Exeter.
In the stadium parking lot behind Exeter High School, the New Hampshire National Guard has set up one of 13 vaccination sites across the state. The guardsmen are handling traffic flow while medics administer vaccines. We joined Assistant Fire Chief Justin Pizon for his pre-scheduled appointment for a second dose, which took only a few minutes.
Are you going to say for the 15?
Hey, I'm Justin Pizon. I'm the Assistant Fire Chief with the Exeter Fire Department, and today I'm here getting my second dose of the COVID vaccine. Really looking forward to getting our communities and the rest of the country back to some sense of normalcy and moving forward, and this is the way to get there. So as you could see, it was a pretty easy process. I hope everybody sees this and comes out and gets their vaccination. It's important for all of us, and we can all move forward.
Those wishing to register or check which phase of vaccination they fall into should visit vaccines.nh.gov. Once on the site, you can click Do I Qualify to check if you qualify for the current phase of vaccinations. Follow the prompts on the screen. If you qualify, you will be prompted to register with the state for a vaccine. The state is currently in Phase 1B of its plan, including the following categories: people age 65 and older, medically vulnerable people with significantly higher risk, residents and staff of residential facilities for persons with intellectual or developmental disabilities, correction officers and staff working in correctional facilities, and first responders and healthcare workers not already vaccinated. For more information, you can visit nh.gov/COVID-19 or call 211. You can also use 211 to check your phase or register for the vaccine if you have problems doing so on the website. If selected for a vaccination appointment at Exeter High School, head to 1 Blue Hawk Drive in Exeter. Come to the main entrance and follow the signs to the right to take you to the back of the school. National Guardsmen are on hand to direct traffic. It is important to note that you must register in advance to receive an appointment. You cannot and should not arrive without one. Registration must be done in advance. Local COVID-19 updates and other information can be found at exeternh.gov/COVID-19.
Renovations at the Exeter Public Library are in full swing. Here is librarian Chandra Boudreau with your update.
Hello, Chandra here from the Exeter Public Library, here to share with you some renovation updates. We are very excited to show off some of the very big changes that have been happening the last few weeks here at the library. The library has opened up some new spaces that have been recently renovated, including the new side of the children's room, which also has been moved with new books in it, so you can kind of see what it's going to look like once everything is said and done. The new desk downstairs has been fully put in now, and Dewey and Elsie have found their new homes in the children's room. They have lots of space, and it's a really cool place to see them now. The other side of the children's room has been kind of staying the way it has been for a bit now, but a lot less books are over there to allow for more books to come back out of storage, which we're really excited about to add back into our collection. Now upstairs, we are very excited to have a brand new, beautiful space that overlooks the river. It is not quite yet open to the public, as a lot of it is still in the works, but the staff can go into there to get any books that you may like, because that is where all of the books are being stored right now. As you can see in this footage, some of the windows are absolutely beautiful, and they add some really beautiful perspectives of Exeter. We are very lucky to have this new addition to add more space, both for people to enjoy the library and enjoy our community that much better. Additionally, the upstairs adult information desk is almost done, and we will hopefully be moving into it very soon. It is very exciting to see this new space and how it has been updated to help service you better. Also, some of the wall paint and the rugs and the carpets are happening to come in upstairs in the adult information area, and we are very excited to see those pieces finally coming into place. The renovation is moving along swimmingly, and we're very excited to see it moving along. We will be continuing to provide services throughout this entire renovation, provided for some days when it maybe isn't as safe. So keep an eye out on our social media, or give us a call if you're ever unsure if we are open. But we are very excited to be here for you in all of your information needs. And you can always give us a call at 772-3101 or check out our website for any more information.
The newly formed Police Stakeholders Committee is hard at work on their goals, and they'd like you to be involved too. Here's how.
Hello, I'm Darius Thompson, resident of Exeter and a member of the Exeter Police Stakeholders Committee. Our first goal is to get a citizen survey out to get feedback on our police department. The survey is now available. Next, I'd like to introduce you to Chief Poulin.
Hello, everyone. I'm Chief Poulin of the Exeter Police Department. We've been working for the past several months with the Exeter Police Stakeholders Committee on creating a survey to bring to you all. The purpose of the survey is to really get that community engagement with the police department, see where our officers are doing well, and see where we have areas of improvement. It reaches all levels of everything from interactions with our citizens to are we communicating effectively with the type of programs that we offer. So again, it's a great opportunity for us to receive new ideas from you and to kind of gauge where we're going with the future.
Up next, Blue Hawk Media with your SAU 16 update.
Good evening, everybody. My name is Michael Monahan. I'm the proud principal of Exeter High School. And on behalf of all the teachers, staff, administrators, and students at Exeter High School, I want to welcome everybody here to our Blue Hawk 101 for the class of 2025.
Welcome to tonight's contest between the Spalding Red Raiders and your Exeter Blue Hawks. Tonight's contest featuring some of the best Division I basketball players, and fans expected to show the same good sportsmanship the athletes consistently display.
So I'm proposing to put a lower number, 63,250,000, and the proposed is 65,293,000, and they would both be on the budget.
I think what I normally do is I go around and I ask the school board members to introduce themselves, I guess, starting here to my immediate left.
Hi, I'm Dawn.
That about wraps us up for this week. If you're watching on Facebook or YouTube, please send us suggestions for future segments in the comments below. Our next episode is going to be February 19th, and until then, I'm Hillary Donnell. Stay safe, and here is your 4-day forecast. Friday will be rainy with a high of 41 degrees and a low of 26 degrees. Saturday will be mostly sunny with a high of 38 degrees and a low of 14 degrees. On Sunday, you can expect snow showers starting in the late afternoon, as well as a high of 37 degrees and a low of 14 degrees. Monday will be partly cloudy with a high of 28 degrees and a low of 21 degrees.